Welcome back to another vlog. Sorry you missed last week, we're a week late. I decided not to vlog because we were so busy. We were really busy with all the Rad Slabs for Father's Day, battling with chocolate and the heat. All you missed was a Call of Duty cake and a chocolate drip postman pack cake, so I'll pop them on screen. So yeah, we've been really busy with that, and then I had the Cake International hub. So Adam took the kids out of the house for a bit, and they came to the Caravan just to air it out and take some of the duvets and the pillows home to wash, because we thought they'd smell, but they haven't. It doesn't smell damp or musty or anything, so we've been lucky with that. So I got all the Cake International stuff done. The Cake International hub was last night, so I have hopefully answered everybody's questions in that. Yeah, part way through that, Adam rang me and said that the Caravan had fallen on its front. So he couldn't lift it, so he had to come and get me then. So like, we're at the Caravan storage. He had to come all the way home to collect me, and when we came back he had taken the legs up off the Caravan just to roll it forward a little bit so that the wheel had chance to move into a different position, because if it sat there for too long you end up getting a little dent in your tyre and it could blow out on the motorway. So we're just gonna push the Caravan a little bit on its wheels, and the front axle, where there's another little wheel, a jockey wheel, it fell down the jockey wheel and the Caravan was completely flat at the front. So you've got your wheel in the middle, so it's a bit like a seesaw, and it just fell forward like that. Everything slid in the Caravan and the front was on the floor, and he couldn't lift the Caravan to put the jockey wheel back in because the jockey wheel wouldn't lift it. So we came out and it was raining a little bit, and we had to lift the Caravan, put some bricks under it so that the jockey wheel could lift the Caravan and put the legs back down. So we did that, came home, and now we're back at the Caravan today because we've, like I said, he washed all the duvets and the pillows, so we've just brought them back. We've opened all the windows because it is an absolute scorcher of a day today. So we've opened all the windows, aired it out, and now we've got to go out and do the food shopping, as it's nearly dinner time and I am starving. I best show you the Caravan because I can see Adam sat there in his happy in his corner. So yeah, we haven't been able to go out in the Caravan. He came, well, like I said, when he came to look at it, because it's been left in the storms and stuff, and we had mud all over here from, well, if you watched in a couple of vlogs ago when we were stuck in the mud, you'll understand why the Caravan was full of mud. So he come and cleaned it. So this is what it currently looks like. We still haven't fastened the ladders up properly yet. We've literally just done this now, but it needs fixing because the screws aren't long enough to go in. But yeah, little Caravan. Only had one trip out. It's never been plugged into the electrics yet. And we just sat on the storage yard. Chilling out. Well, yeah, we best get to Aldi because I'm hungry. It is far too hot today. We're sitting in a part of the garden that we never ever sit in. We're sat right up against the fence because this is the bit... What's a fly on my plate? Get off. Yeah, this is the bit where there's only a bit of shadow at this side. Yeah, there's shadow now, but earlier there was no shadow, so we've just come outside to eat. We're having homemade turkey burgers. I've got mine. But yeah, it's been far too hot to do anything at all today. I don't even know if you can see it on camera, but it's flying around in the garden. Has it landed? There it is. But it will not leave the garden. It just keeps flying around. But yeah, we usually would be sat up there. There is a bit of shade now, but instead we're sat down here. Just keeps chilling out in the garden. There's another one as well, but they both fly around together, and then this one, oh, I will not show you my wings. And they fly around together for a bit, and then this one just comes and sits back in the garden. Ta-da! Yeah. We're being forced to watch torture, or Adam's being tortured. Oh. What? What?
I'm okay.
What? You can get hired in plenty of horror movies if you can do that.
Yes!
Oh. What are you doing? You look like a flat pack from IKEA.
I don't know what that is. Not too far.
It's just stuck. You don't look real. You look like your head is just stuck out like the sand and that's somebody else's body. Chicken hatching out of an egg. Right, it is now 9 o'clock at night, so hopefully it is cool enough. We're going to make some more rad slabs because we've got 3 to make that are orders. But we did have a new design in mind that I've already tried and I wasn't happy with it. I would have shown you the old one, but we've eaten both of the rejects. But it's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle theme. We already have the green turtles. So there's the green turtles. We have our pizza slices because every Ninja Turtle needs their pizza. And then we put on these green shimmer pearls. I got these from eBay. They came in a bag, but I've just emptied them into this little canister. The design didn't look all that good, so I ended up buying various different green sprinkles. I think it needed something a bit more range other than these tiny ones. So we've got some mixed hundreds and thousands. They were from Cake Decor. These are the people who supply Asda with some of their sprinkles. I have some larger chocolate balls, green confetti, green strands and smaller chocolate balls. All these in the smaller tubs were from Scrumptious. They had a offer on for free delivery when you spent over 20 quid. And I ended up getting quite a few of these pots of different shapes and colours because I got some hot pink and orange and also some bone shape and bats. I have got a ridiculous amount of sprinkles at the minute. So we got coloured ones as well for the colours of the turtles. So we got orange strands. Scrumptious do orange strands, but they didn't have any in stock, so I had to get these ones from eBay. And then we got purple and red smaller balls. And then a tub of blue strands. So them are the colours of the turtles. So we're going to attempt a design with these on and attempt to design with just the green on. Yeah, we'll let you know what they look like when they're finished. We're working on some sprinkle steins for the orders. So we've got all sorts of different tubs of sweets out. Chocolate ice creams. This is a mixture of unicorns and Lego blocks and bears. Eggs, flumps, strawberries, marshmallows, Haribo Squish'ems and the Fruit Mentors, jelly beans, leftover different coloured Smarties because we've taken out all the coloured Smarties that we needed for different bars, and then like a pick and mix. We do end up changing different sweets. I've got more sweets in a box, and we just change them up. But yeah, we've got three sprinkle steins to make, and then we can get started on the turtles. We have abandoned the chocolate making. It is still far too hot. The chocolate is in the fridge, and it'll set in the fridge, but because you have to temper it and get it to certain temperatures, it's not cooling down quick enough. So we've abandoned it, and I don't know when we're gonna get them made because it's gonna be the same temperatures tomorrow. Got to about 29 and a half today, and I thought 27 was too hot on holiday in Tenerife. 27, it was far too hot. So today we've just sat melting, and it's 11 o'clock at night now, and it's still too hot for chocolate. So we're abandoning it and going to bed, and we'll probably just melt into the pillow. It's too hot. Afternoon, it is now Friday. We spent yesterday out here in the garden. We had the paddling pool up, so the kids were playing in that all day, and we were just melting all day. What temperature did it reach? 30. It reached 30, and we were just sweating buckets, but we managed to go inside and watch Jumping Jack Flash. I haven't seen that for ages. It's such a good film with Whoopi Goldberg if you haven't seen it. It's not usually a storyline. If I'd have read the storyline, it's not something I'd watch, but I knew I'd seen it before and liked it, so we all sat down and watched that. This morning, it was a lot cooler this morning. We just randomly got up really early at about 6 o'clock in the morning, so we were down in the garden at 6:30 drinking a cup of tea. I woke up because I was hungry, and then once I'd eaten my breakfast, that was it. I was tired again then, so we ended up having a nap for about an hour in the conservatory. I don't nap usually at all, but I think I needed that extra hour in the conservatory, and then I've been sat at the computer all morning getting all my emails done. I couldn't get them done over the past couple of days because it's just been too hot. Even though the living room is usually the coolest room in the house, it's been too hot to just sit at the computer. All my hands are sweaty. So I got all that done this morning, but it started to really warm up again now. It started to warm up at about 1 o'clock, and now it's roasting, but we're expecting a thunderstorm. It said 50-50 chance of a thunderstorm at 4 o'clock, and we've got 15 minutes. So Adam's putting the paddling pool away so that doesn't get wet, and putting all the cushions away. But hopefully it'll cool it down a little bit because it's just too hot. We are going to attempt the Rad Slabs again tonight, hopefully. It's just too hot. I'm a hot, sweaty mess. Oh, we did go out yesterday. We only nipped out locally to go and pick up some more sweets. We found a local sweet place. They manufacture sweets, but they also buy stuff in that they don't make. And we found them and bought some like chocolate mice and stuff that we needed for the Rad Slabs. But our luck, we find a local manufacturing place like that, and they're going to end up moving to Manchester, I think. So I mean, it's still not too far, but it would have been better if they'd have stayed local. Pick the sweets up, we had to put the aircon on because I thought, oh, the chocolate mice are just going to end up melting in the car. So they're currently in the house. We may end up able to make the turtle Rad Slab, so if we do, we will show you what they look like. Yesterday I was busy cutting all these plaques out. These are going to be our new thank you teacher Rad Slabs. These are all the little blackboards, so I've cut about 20 something out. Then I had to do all these chocolate stars, so we've coloured all these in gold. I originally started spraying them with the PME gold. I run out and didn't have any more, so then I ended up painting them with gold luster, but because it was chocolate it didn't want to stick that well. So they were all kind of bobbly, clumps of dust on them, so I waited until they dried, then I buffed them with a dry brush, and then I went back over them with another gold spray, which wouldn't have covered them in the first place. It was a Dr. Oetker gold luster. Wasn't as strong as the PME, but eventually after several layers of gold, I finished it off with a spray, and they've actually turned out not too bad. So we've got those. We managed to do the Ninja Turtle ones. This one was the first trial of different stripes of the colours of the turtles. I wasn't too keen on this because it's obviously got to taste good as well as look good, and nobody wants a mouthful of sprinkles. They want a bit more gummies or something to eat on there. So we ended up going with this design. So this is a mostly green one. We've got 2 slices of pizza, 4 turtles, plenty of Smarties in the colours of the turtles, and we've also got the rat on for Splinter, and then we've just put green sprinkles on so it looks a bit more turtle-like. So this is the one that's going to go up for sale, and we're most likely going to end up eating this one because I've already been asked about 6 times when we can eat this bar. I said I need to show the vlog first. Then we made another new design, which is this one. This is white chocolate coloured yellow with some googly eyes and bananas. This is our melted minion. We've called this bar Banana. Obviously there's plenty of bananas on there, but this is a bar that looks like we've melted a couple of minions in, so that one's more likely to appeal to the kids. And we have another new design, so we're going to be launching about 4 altogether. Is the Lost Boys themed one. So we've got milk chocolate, white chocolate noodles, peas, carrots and shrimp, and of course worms. If you've not seen Lost Boys, this will make no sense whatsoever, but there's a scene in there where they're eating Chinese noodles out of a takeaway box, and when Michael looks down, his has turned into a box of worms or a box of maggots. And then the line after that is, "What's wrong? They're only noodles, Michael," and it's got a little bat on it. Like I said, if you've not seen the film, you'll have absolutely no idea what this is, but Lost Boys fans will hopefully think this is pretty cool. So I've just got to take pictures of some of these, box them up, and I do have an order to box up as well, which is this one. This is an Augustus Gloop with the cutest message on. I translated this in Google because it came through and I didn't know what it meant, and I translated this in Google, and it translates to "my goddess," which was super cute. I do have a lot more women buying the Rad Slabs for men, but this one is a man buying his wife a Rad Slab, so we could do with a few more men. I think he's going to get a few brownie points with that one. I thought that was really cute. I got annoyed this morning when I got up because we've just got stuff everywhere. There's sweets all over the house. There's some sweets in the living room because obviously that's the coolest room. But the Rad Slab stuff, like the boxes, the stickers, the toffees, the sprinkles, are taking over. So I got up, and I should have been editing a tutorial today, so I'm sorry you have missed 2 weeks of tutorials, but I'm hoping to get one up by Tuesday. Can't miss a 3rd week. But I just decided to have a good clear out today of all my cake stuff. This is a huge tub of all my sprinkles. I did say I had a lot of sprinkles. It's kind of getting out of hand now because there's some really big tubs of sprinkles under here. Big deep ones of all different colours. But do not let me buy any more sprinkles because they will not fit in here. This is as many as I can squeeze in. I'm also doing my cupboards out. I've just emptied some baskets, moved things around, put more colours in. It's still not the best, but I like to have things in baskets because one, I can only reach the basket rather than the individual items, so I can pull the whole basket down, and I know what's in each basket. So I've got cake toppers in this basket up here, and there's the animal toppers. I've got colours and dusts in there, paste colours, all sorts of cutters and moulds. The stuff I use most often, so my spray bottle, pro froster, icing sugar shaker, piping gel, Tylo powder, that sort of stuff. Up there I've got miscellaneous stuff that I don't use that often, so I've put it up the top. It's like baking bun cases, because I don't make cupcakes at all. I just make them when we're absolutely starving and there's nothing else to eat. Sprays, like the gold sprays, silver sprays, gold leaf. This is all like cake lace and candy melts. Moulds and impression mats. All my foam mats. That's a little polystyrene block that I do figures on just for tutorials. So yeah, that's all I'm getting up to today, just rearranging all the drawers. I've thrown loads of sugar paste away that I know I'll never use. I've thrown lots of straws away that I know I'll never use. But once I've started, I can't stop. I have to do every drawer then, so this is going to be me for the rest of the day. We also bought these boxes, which are a little bit thicker than the pink boxes, to hope that not as many break in the post. They're actually pizza boxes. They do come up as postal / pizza boxes, but Adam said to get them because I'm such a massive lover of pizza and talk about pizza and eat pizza all the time, that it makes sense that your slabs come in pizza boxes. The problem is they do obviously have the vent holes on the back, which look like this. So I'm having to now tape a piece of paper on the inside of all the boxes so that, one, nobody can see inside the box, and two, any packing stuff we put in doesn't end up falling out of these holes. So like all the packing paper that we've bought, we don't want that to come out the holes, so I'm also tackling this job today. Right, that's me done. That's the Postman Pat edited. I've messed around with my cupboards. I'm up to date with my Rad Slabs. All I have to do next is work on the CI Hub Part 2. If you haven't been around for a while and you don't know what I'm talking about, I am doing a couple of sessions with Cake International. It is their business hub, and I'm talking solely about Instagram. So part 1, I talked about how your feed should look, what you should have in your bio, what your pictures should look like. We touched on lighting and photography and editing those photos, how to make a pattern on your feed to make it look good. And then in part 2, which is what I'm going to be working on next week, is then how to get people to follow you. Once you've got it all to look good, how do you get people to actually look? Where do you find them? I had really good feedback from the first one. I really enjoyed seeing like what I'd put together and how it came across, and everybody said it was really helpful and they were all taking notes. I have already been on Instagram and seen some of you implementing it, which is so funny to see. So I've been enjoying looking at that. I've been answering questions in the group. If you want a ticket to part 1, because the video's still there, you can watch it as many times as you want, over and over again. You haven't necessarily missed anything. I will pop the link below to part 1, and I will also pop a link to buy part 2 if you're interested in that. You don't have to get part 1 to watch part 2. They're both their own independent videos, but part 1 is kind of like tidying your house and part 2 is asking the guests around, so it kind of makes sense to do them both. But yeah, that's it. I have been talking too much. I am sorry you have missed 2 weeks of tutorials and you've missed a vlog. I was just super busy with the whole Rad Slab thing, and now we've got some more designs coming out. But I do hope to see you again in the next vlog, which should hopefully be on time. Bye guys.